Greatness, something we all strive to achieve. For every 1 in a million people, a legend is born. And for every legend, there's a flight. If you don't know already, FlightReacts is a YouTube gamer and basketball enthusiast, known for his exciting games in NBA 2K and his real-life NBA action as well. But let's be honest, most of y'all probably know him as the dude who takes L's and 1v1s constantly. Now, I can't really talk or call him trash because I'm not the best basketball player either. But I don't compare myself to NBA legends like this man. And I don't say the ridiculous stuff he says. But with all that being said, I'm about to give y'all a hot take. Okay? Okay, make sure you're sitting down. Don't be mad at me. This one's kind of crazy. Flight actually isn't that bad, to be honest. If Flight perfected his moves, I could see him being a reserve for some team in the NBA. Honestly, right now, I think he could get like 2 minutes of playtime in the G League. If only there's a way to see this reality come true. If only there was some video game with basketball and custom players where you could make your wildest dreams come true. Is this a wild dream? Is this a dream? Do people dream? Anyway. Oh wait, there is a game for this. Hey yo guys, today it's your boy CW the Beast back with another 2K video. This is flight stats, 75 overall. And I've tested him out. It actually works. I gave him a acrobat badge. Don't know why I decided to give him that. And I gave him a rebound chaser badge. Did I give him Hall of Fame? I'm recording overlay audio. Doing this after I've done this. Yeah. I gave him some decent stats, and y'all are probably saying, why did I give him these stats? They're pretty fair, honestly. I tested him out, and this is how he plays. His close shot in the 60s, his shots in the 60s. I gave him a 70 at 3-point shot. His shot does go in sometimes. It's just he takes stupid shots. And then, sometimes it's an air ball. His block, his shot IQ, terrible. I'm trying to make his basketball IQ really bad. His ball handling skills, I gave him a 60. Sometimes he has some nice handles, and for every time he has nice handles, he has some embarrassing handles. His offensive consistency in general is terrible. He might get like 2 points at the beginning of the game, and then he can't stay consistent on his points. His blocks, don't know why I gave him a 65, but I wanted to give him some defense. I gave him really generous defense. He should honestly have 25s everywhere in defense. But it's still pretty accurate. His speed, I gave him really good speed because, when he's not tired, he zips around that court. Give him a decent vertical because this is Flight in June. You all know what Flight's going to be able to do in June.
TC, hey man, you dunking by June? This is what I can do so far.
Hustle, terrible hustle. He's Flight. He doesn't hustle. I think I gave him, what did I give? I gave him 6'9" for hustle. And I gave him like a 99 rebounding. Gave him some decent stuff, man. I was a little generous, but it worked. It was fitting. I made his shot tendencies terrible. I made his 3-point shot all the way up to a 99. That's his tendency. His hook shot is his other tendency because he won't let go of that thing even though it never goes in. Flight, man. Flight is crazy, bro. He's really wild. And you know, I had to give him dunks because you know what he's going to be able to do in June. And I can't wait for June. This is Flight in June, if you're wondering. And actually, if you want to find him, his player DNA, search Flight in June. If you have at spots. His tendencies, you can see all his tendencies. Very accurate. This tested him out. I actually did a 1v1 on Street. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about. Against Cash. I made Cash too. And it felt like I was watching Flight play Cash. Actually. I gave him the expressive badge as a joke to have you ever heard Flight's like a 0 overall with the expressive badge. He's not a 0 overall, guys. He's not that bad. He's really bad, but he's not that bad. And that's the draft class. I also forgot that LaMelo Ball and all of them existed. I didn't use the 2020 draft class because I'm stupid. I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to get this out the way. But I did use them for the 2021 draft class when we get to that. I stuck with the 76ers. I did start today. So if you want to know what would happen in the NBA if it wasn't for this whole shutdown thing, you're also going to get that in this video. And it was really surprising. And right there now, where was he expected to go? Where is he expected to go? I believe he was expected to go number 2. Also, Clarence is his real name, if you're wondering. Oh, that was funny when I found that out. I googled it. That's his real name. Clarence. Yeah, he should stick with Flight. Clarence Flight. It's kind of like how Magic's not his real name, so Clarence Flight. Don't know why he went with Flight though, because he doesn't fly well. I mean, I guess if you consider what he does in his free time, he does get up pretty high, if you know what I'm talking about. He does get pretty high. He does fly in his free time.
I know why your name is Flight now. You took a flight the whole video. Flight, wake up! Wake up!
That's my type of eye.
These are completely inaccurate. For some reason, they consider him an athletic beast. When in reality, he's just fast and he has a decent vertical. I made his strength terrible. I made his lateral quickness terrible. And I made his stamina terrible. Because we all know Flight can't get to 11 points without getting tired. So this is really inaccurate, but it's alright. So if you wanted to know how this year is going to end, who would get MVP? Giannis. Pretty much every sim you do, Giannis gets it without starting today or whatever. Ja beat Zion. Dennis Schroeder, Kawhi Leonard, and Bam Adebayo. And excuse me when I said Zion, I meant Zion and J.A. Morant. Shout out Flight. But these are the all NBA teams. So everything was right. I feel like Zion deserves to be on the rookie teams. We'll see when we get there. He didn't make them. He deserves it. But I mean, he was injured, but still, it's Zion. That's sad, man. His rookie year didn't even get to, rookie. But next year, hopefully no more injuries. Let's get straight into the playoffs. The playoffs were interesting. You guys got to see this, man. Nets swept the Bucks. A lot of injuries were happening. A lot of crucial injuries came together to make this happen, I believe. Nets battling with Boston. In the finals, Lakers and see, at this point, I was mad confused. I was like, what are the Nets doing? How the Nets make it this far? Just with Kyrie good, but he not that good. They've been low-key kind of trash this season. So I go to the Nets, and guess who came back? Durant came back. Has he came back yet? I did it 2 sims, and in both of them, he comes back. So what's up with that? Is Durant back? Is he about to come back? I haven't been keeping up with that. And the Nets was my original prediction to win until I realized that Kevin Durant probably wasn't going to come back by the finals. I thought he was going to come back right during the finals. But maybe I was right. Maybe if they do pick up the season this year, maybe that's what's going to happen. By the way, Kevin Durant has this, let's just call it the con flu. Because if I say the actual name, I won't make any money off of this video. So let's just say I heard Kevin Durant has the con flu. So never mind. Who knows though? Hey, okay. So now we in the off season. We're gonna find out where Flight gets drafted to. Draft lottery. Timberwolves expected to get the first pick. Luckily for Flight, they didn't. Flight's expected to go number 2, and the Golden State Warriors have the number 2 pick. Flight is ecstatic. For the first time in Flight's life, Flight is okay with being second. Everything's going great for Flight. He just can't wait. He can't wait to go play with Curry and be his buddy, and so I gotta switch to the Warriors because I know where Flight going. To the Warriors. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, switch to the Warriors. Like a bandwagon. Oh, shoot. And that's the Warriors squad. Wiggins, Clay, and Curry, of course. The draft express. Expected to go number 2. That's the draft class. He doesn't have much competition, Look at that, man. Look at that. Right there. Oh, man. What noises am I making? So we about to go into the draft. And drafting now. The first round pick. Clarence Flight heading to the Charlotte Hornets. Flight, when he walks up there, he gets really mad. Low-key kind of mad. And you can tell that he's being a poor sport on that stage. But he doesn't make a big scene. He's kind of just like, yeah. But now he's on the Warriors. The Hornets. Flight is not happy about that. And I'm not either. Flight should not be the first pick. Were there no 80 overalls in this draft? Of course there weren't, because custom drafts don't have good players in them. Or maybe there was, and I just replaced them with Flight. Wait, no, I think I replaced him at the bottom of the list. But of course, Flight decides to pull a Kobe. Rest in peace. get drafted to the Hornets, and move to LA. Well, not LA, move to California. So he goes to his general manager and he requests a trade. Not his general manager. Also, I didn't know the period between when you could trade your rookies away. Could have just done it draft night. I don't know how to do a draft night. You can do a draft night, right? But Flight doesn't like that. And I honestly would rather see Flight with the Warriors than see him with, the Hornets, who's up there. Really wanted to see how Flight was going to play with Clay and Curry. Well, actually, not Clay. And for most sims, when people do career sims, they, they just do the career. They don't mess with anything. But I decided I'm going to do a rebuild too. You get in a career sim and a rebuild in the same video. And some gameplay. It's very rare when you get gameplays in career sims. This is my first one. So, but I'm multi-talented. So I'm going to give you all the 9 yards. All 5 of them. All 20 of them. So here's the trade. Trading him over to the Warriors. So I'm trying to find Flight. Trying to find a trade. They want Eric Watson. Don't know who that is, but we gave them Eric Watson to acquire the greatest of all time, Mr. Flight, everyone. And I'm glad. Another thing is he can't be wearing that 23. But then again, I don't know who I'd rather have the number 23. Flight or Draymond Green. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I gave him 8. Now that I think about it, that's not that much better. But I'm going to let him honor Kobe. And he wears the number 8 in like 2 videos. So I feel like it's fitting for Flight. But I don't know. He already thinks he's a legend too much to have a legendary number. Look at Curry, man. Look at Curry. You already know. If you didn't know, in my league, there's this feature where you can set mentors. And you already know what we about to do, bro. Such an inspiration. Where's Flight at? Such an inspiration, man. Clarence Flight, you already know what we about to do. Such an inspiration, man. He's gonna be the mentee and his mentor. Look at Curry, man. That's his mentor. Such an inspiration. Did I emphasize that enough? Like if you're looking to be a point guard or a guard in this league, this is the man you ought to look up to. And we're gonna set the badges we want. We're gonna see how long it takes Flight to get these badges. But just had to set that up because what a legend Curry is. Such a legend. All right, guys. So now we're jumping into the game. Flight didn't get put in until the second quarter. Wait, no, the end of the first quarter. And look at this. Flight being Flight. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of Flight being Flight. That was a Flight move right there. That's Flight's dribble type. Flight's type of dribble package, and Flight's type of miss. That's Flight's type of defense. Who's that? Okay, and look at Flight's first stat in the NBA. I decided that I'm not going to focus on all the bad things Flight does in this video. I'm going to focus on the few good things he does. Right now, Flight's cold, which was inevitable, and there goes his first shot, first points. Now, we went to halftime, and we're coming back from halftime. Let's see what we're going to do here. Flight does better in the second half. Honestly, just a little bit better. He gets another shot. Flight here. What is he looking for? And that's his type of dribble move. Kind of messed it up, but he still got the layup. And here we see, look at this one. I believe this is the last play. These are all the good things he did in the game. And look at that ollie. Look at that ollie. Look at that ollie. So these are his stats. Well, these are their stats, but here are his stats. A decent first game, nothing special, nothing terrible. Well, I mean, pretty terrible. He had terrible field goal percentage, a terrible field goal percentage. I was just putting the ball up every single time it got in his hands. And those times that I showed you were all the times that it went in. I was just trying to play like Flight's play style. And honestly, he did better than I thought he would. And guys, I forgot to tell you guys, there's a problem. That after this save got corrupted. So don't say, oh, I'm clickbaiting. This is supposed to be his entire career. No, sorry guys. We're going to cut it short. The videos got corrupted. And aside from that, not only did they get corrupted, but also Flight crashed the game after his second season. But guys, hold up, before you leave this video, subscribe to my channel, and I have something big coming up. Something like this, but it's going to be a series with episodes, and it's going to involve Cash Nasty and a few other NBA YouTubers. They're going to be in it. They're not themselves. Their characters are going to be in it. I'm not big enough to get them in it. I'm not clickbaiting, I promise, guys. Not again. This wasn't clickbait. This was just duck bait. I'm calling this duck bait, named after Flight's dribble move. Also, guys, if you want Flight's jumper, if you want the wettest jumper in the world, lower base is LaMarcus Aldridge and upper base is Magic Johnson. If you can't tell me that ain't Flight's jump shot right there. Wet. And his layup package is Russell Westbrook. I did not realize how lost Russell Westbrook looks when he's doing layups. Sorry, Russ. We actually have the same last name. We might be related. But if you want his jump shot, just use that combination. LaMarcus Aldridge as the base and Magic Johnson as the upper, whatever it's called. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Also, if you want to download Flight on Xbox, remember, FlightReacts in June, all capital letters.